What's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 1, episode 19. The LCS 2021 summer split and LEC 2021 summer splits are over for at least the
Finally,
regular portion of the season, right? Which is
yes,
good because that's
yes,
a
sir.
lot of content we got to throw out there usually.
This weekend was
This weekend also
surprise
is going to be no easier. I mean, it will get easier with playoffs because like they're just like
playoffs.
one match playoffs. Yeah, we have those in sports. I don't know if you know actually.
I need to give you that. I need to share my screen, and we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it before we talk about playoffs. It was a meme during like 19. It's not a meme. It was basically something that it was like a small clip with this coach talking about playoffs. You'll laugh once you. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's funny. But
What about the one where Frost Garen apparently said like TSM sucks or some shit like that?
I didn't hear about that. I don't listen to Indiana Black, whatever her name is. Like I'm like, all right, cool story, bro. Cool story.
I personally myself, I don't generally pay attention to people I like her. There's no real need to, you know? Like unless she has something legitimately good to say, yeah, then I'll listen, right? But is there any reason why, you know? Because like I don't know, you know, when people take shots at everyone's teams, it's like I get it. Everyone takes shots at everybody's team.
I
Like
mean,
just
who
in
doesn't take
general.
shots at TSM? Even when we're not at an event, people take shots at TSM. That just shows you how much we've made. How the fan base is they just want to attack us. So that's cool. It's cool.
That's
Cool.
good.
It's cool. Nobody thought TSM was gonna be first place this season. Even
I
I
sure
didn't.
didn't.
I
I
didn't.
sure
I
didn't.
I said
Didn't we have
third.
them at third? We
I
had
think
them at third,
I
and they
think I
got
had them at
first.
third. I said they could
Not too far
potentially,
off,
but
right?
I was realistic. I was like, oh, third plus Cloud9 and with
Team Liquid.
Alfari.
Well, we had 100 Thieves at third, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, I definitely had them in the top five, like three,
Yeah.
four, fighting between 3 and 4. But nah,
No,
I didn't.
no, we had Cloud9, TSM, 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, EG. We had the 5 top teams correct. But to be fair, like moving from spring to summer, at least for this year in 2021, like EG, they were in like top 5 by default because the rest of the teams were just so fucking bad. You know? Like
Mm-hmm.
they were bad with Deathly. Like and like I know people want to say now, like since Danny's doing so well for them, that it was just only that because they had Deathly they were losing. No, they were legitimately playing like pretty bad. That's why they were losing. Like Jizuke would get on a horse, shoot both its legs off, and then hope it actually would run properly. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna work. But
No.
overall, for the LCS 2021 summer split, guys, it was a roller coaster. Like I don't even know what to say at this point. You know? All right, so before we even get into the games, we're gonna have to like somehow run down the fucking standings right now, about how everything played out.
Oh, I
Actually,
got the standings. I got the standings right here. You know why? You know why? You know why?
luck at its finest, man. This man gets lucky once in his life, and he wants to
Lucky.
brag about it.
We even you're telling me the game that with TSM demolished 100 Thieves? Come on. I dare you say anything about that game.
TSM got their revenge against the 100 Thieves right when it mattered too, because wasn't where like if they lost that game, then 100 Thieves automatically locks first place because
They have
like
to head and all stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. All right. Why would you go to Leaguepedia and they bring up something about Suicide Squad? It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad. You don't gotta fucking tell
Promotion.
me. That's
Promotion.
always that. Freaking ads and shit. All right, so let's go look at the LC. Let's go to NA. Yeah, NA, the best region on this planet, obviously. All right, so if you guys live legitimately under a rock, the LCS 2021 summer split is over. And you know what? Who finished in the top of the standings? Wasn't Cloud9, wasn't Team Liquid, wasn't 100 Thieves. It wasn't even EG who went like fucking 14-3 in their last games. Actually, at the back end of the split, EG went like something like 15-3, 14-2.
Yep.
And they still didn't finish first place. You don't finish first place? TSM ending out the year, at least the regular season portion of the year, at 30-15. So that means that they have a 67% win ratio, actually. 100 Thieves finishing out the year at 29-16, leaving them with a 67% win ratio. EG landing in at 28-17 because they had that hot streak toward the very end where, like I said before, they went like 14-2 in their last games.
Yeah.
Some insane win streak right there. 67% win rate. Cloud9 not having the best of the splits. They finished fourth, 28-17, with a 56% win average. That is correct, actually. They played pretty bad this split. I know a lot of
Play
people.
dog.
Yeah, dude, I know a lot of people want to go like, well, come on, dude. They're just scaling up for the playoffs. Okay, sure. Even if that's true, and I don't really care for that statement either, even if that's true, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, they're scaling for playoffs, so everything they do right now, we just don't judge them for. We just don't criticize. We don't judge. Nothing. It's cool, dude. It's cool. No, because that's not correct. That's not how you do analysis, right? Team Liquid finishing 27-18 with a 56% win average, and you have the last three teams to make playoffs, which are Dignitas, Immortals, Golden Guardians. Dude, why didn't FlyQuest make play? Oh, because Golden Guardians had the head-to-head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I
FlyQuest
mean,
also, like, they tried to make playoffs
I
at the
think
very end, actually.
FlyQuest out of the bottom teams is probably the most disappointment. I thought FlyQuest would have been like fifth,
Mhm.
maybe scratch at fifth because
I
of
thought
like
they'd at
some
least
other
be a sixth place team. Like,
team. Yeah, sixth place
like,
team. With
dude, like
with who they
looking at
had
their
in the
roster,
beginning. Yeah.
yeah, like looking at their roster when like before this year, obviously became a thing, and when they built their roster in the
Right.
2020 offseason, when they got Jose Diodo, Licorice, Palafox, Diamond
Diamond.
Johnson, yeah, like you're thinking like, okay, it's like a sixth place team, seventh
Right.
place, yeah. No, like they failed on a lot of expectations too. And then you have CLG finishing out the year at 12-33 with a 26% win average. Even though Broxa claimed they started practicing for the summer split like 3 weeks in advance, they still finish out with like, how many wins did they get the split? It says like, what, 7? They got 7 wins this split. That is just disgusting.
That's just mental. That has to be mental because I expected. I thought honestly, I thought FlyQuest
Mm-hmm.
and CLG. I thought CLG could have surprised, but with who they had and the veterans, but just didn't work out.
I had them at 7th place. I think they have a better roster than Immortals do. Like, if you look at Immortals roster compared to CLG's should, at least for like middle of the pack teams, have a better roster than Immortals. CLG should be in playoffs if their roster had panned out together, competing with teams like Dignitas, right? Or Immortals. But no, they're sitting at the bottom. So might as well talk about FlyQuest and CLG since we're not going to see them anymore until 2022. So Warren, what are your thoughts on CLG now that their year is completely over and we're not going to see them until the 2022 LCS? Yeah, spring split actually.
Okay, so my I think Finn was fine.
Okay.
I think Broxa wasn't too bad actually.
Okay.
I think the thing about Broxa is he plays well with better laners, and that Finn was like Finn and Demonte came in too late to really. I think if you put Demonte when the season first started, they probably would have had a better record because he can fill that supportive role too.
Mhm.
He has his little pocket picks. Smoothie, I don't know if his career. I think Smoothie would be better on like maybe a more
Coaching.
maybe coaching or the only team I could even think he could make a difference is probably Dig because I think he's better than Aframu honestly. Um,
Even with the recent performances that Afram have been putting out, you think Smoothie's better?
I think Smoothie is better than Aframu hands
Or
down.
does Smoothie have a higher ceiling than Aframu, is what you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Okay.
by far.
Okay. So like
Because he's not replacing any of the top 5 teams. And then lastly,
mhm,
I don't know if you're going into FlyQuest, but that I think you get rid of. I think Wild Turtle should retire personally. Like it's just he's not the same. He's not the pop off Wild Turtle that we know. And
mhm.
some I think a coaching role or an academy or a positional coach. Um, That's my honest opinion. I do feel bad for them. All jokes aside, I do feel bad because you don't want to see players get ragged on, not even have a good split, and then the community just bash them because that psychologically affects them. And
Hmm.
mental health has been a thing throughout all sports now. So hopefully management comes up with something.
So
Twenty
my
twenty
thing
two.
with my thing with CLG, as like we're not gonna talk about CLG nor FlyQuest until, well, at least this off season, which is after Worlds 2021, and then looking at what they could do, like there's a lot of things. Like even if we simply take out like CLG's League of Legends roster, like what is their brand? What is their identity? Like what do they stand for? You know? Like I'm still trying to figure out what they stand for. Do they stand for like have the faith still? You know? Like isn't this like another split where they finished pretty much near the bottom, you know? They've pretty
Outside of
much
2018, right? With Power PoE.
2019.
Well,
That was
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
2019.
outside of like 2019 like summer for the LCS, if you guys watch back for that split where they like pretty much almost made worlds, they did well in that third place match against Clutch Gaming. That's when Ruin first joined the roster,
And
you know,
PoE
and
was still on it.
PoE was there, and Wiggly actually wasn't like a dumpster fire of a jungler. You know, they had a pretty good split,
Griffin.
and
He's Griffin now.
he's Griffin now, yeah. And then you had Stixay and Biofrost. You know, people said that Biofrost was the weakest link of CLG. I'm like, well, sure he was. And look where they get. It's just like I don't know, dude. Like CLG just consistently always makes the wrong decisions because I know through like some people that do those leaks on Twitter. Have you seen those people that do like those small little leaks on Twitter? You
Yep.
know, one of those guys DM'd me and he was like, you know what, CLG is probably going to end up getting some big players because they really want to make a difference coming up into this year. I'm like, okay, you know, he didn't really give names because he said they were all just like huge speculation, you know,
Right.
right? But
And you don't want to leaks can get
yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah, and then I was like, oh well, because he actually told me Double If was retiring before this season actually started. I'm like, no way. I literally told no way, it's not true. He was right, actually. I was like, what the fuck? You know? So like he said CLG was gonna spin big. And like I think they did spin big. Because like you look at the roster this year compared to last year. I mean, the only true downgrade, well, because you go from Ruin, Wiggly,
No,
Griffin, whatever.
wow, Finn's better than Ruin. Like fans
Yeah.
down, Finn's better than
Yeah.
Ruin.
So like they did upgrade their roster. Like Finn is better
Uh,
than Ruin.
Brox is
Brock is
way
better than
than
Griffin,
Griffin.
Wiggly, whatever he wants to go by.
Yeah.
Pobelter is a downgrade to PoE. Let's be honest here. He is. Who was their bot laner? So Stixay, Wild Turtle was better than Stixay last year, actually, by far.
I think because Ignar really complimented him.
And then you have Stixay and Smoothie. I'm pretty sure you guys can see who's better in that situation. But even for like looking at, they did upgrade their roster, and that still wasn't enough. Factor this in: they upgraded their roster and still finished 10th place. That is fucking disgusting.
I factor this right too. A guy like Hooney has bounced around since Dig, from Clutch to Dig to EG, and this has been his best two splits on a like I really think when you're playing for a good brand, you're gonna play your best. Honestly, like like think about it. If and I'm just gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna use another region. If I'm playing for I don't know Victory 5 V5, I'm not that motivated. But if I'm playing on RNG, you're damn right I'm gonna be motivated because I know I got a chance at Worlds. I got a chance.
That's
at
just because V5 is the worst team in the LPL by far.
No, V5 was actually good, and people wanted them to go to World. Okay, better.
Well, I think they had Tiki God.
I'll use a better team. OMG is now looking much better. But if I was a player, right, and I knew about LPL teams, I want to play for Suning,
Team World
EDG,
Yeah.
World Elite, RNG. Those are teams like you play on a bottom team and you perform good, so someone's like, I'll pick you up, and it's like,
yeah, like you sack a season to get a better team next season in hopes to actually win a championship.
or go to MSI or go to Worlds. Like that's kind of what you want.
Yeah, because like SOFM, dude, you know where SOFM was when he originally started, right? He was on a team called Snake Gaming or Snake Esports, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And then they became LNG, right? And
right?
then he kept playing he kept having dog shit rosters. I swear to God, if you guys go back and look at the dog shit players that owner would give SOFM, you think SOFM would have fucking committed like Sudoku or some shit on himself. Cause like, holy fuck, those rosters were trash. It was literally like him and Flandre fucking 2v9ing the world on those
And look at
rosters. So
Flandre now. He's on EDG
yeah.
and he's top of the deck. Sometimes these
he's,
players
he's actually
he's
pretty.
he's
I hear
pretty
that
good.
Flandre guy's pretty good. I hear he's pretty good actually.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like before, dude, remember when Flandre was playing? I like thought he was just a fucking two trick, like a Kenan Vladimir two trick, because that's all I would see him play. But to be fair, like his team at the time didn't need that. But I could see why you see that for some players. Like maybe they think like, okay, I have a bad team this season because I didn't get any better offers, but I still want to play. So you figure like, okay, I'm gonna put my best foot forward enough just to have like the better orgs look at me, and then after that, I'll get picked up by like an EG, Cloud9, TSM, Team Liquid, 100 Thieves potentially, right? But like in CLG's case, these are veteran guys. Like what they're gonna offer. Like Smoothie, credit to him. He in 2019 he was in a finals at TSM, right? He almost actually won a title, which is crazy. He
Hmm.
went from like almost winning 2 titles because he faced TSM back in 2017 in the finals. Then in 2019, he almost got, a fucking trophy with TSM. That's crazy. Like he was on Cloud9, lost to TSM, joined TSM, and lost to the other rival team Liquid. That's just some bad luck right there.
Yeah, that's
That's just bad
unfortunate.
luck. Yeah, and then one time it was because Jensen doesn't press our like his Zonya button. The
That's your
next
team, by
time,
the way.
and then the next time, Team Liquid just reverse sweeps him
Don't
after they
rub
were
that under
winning
the
the
bed.
series.
You heard what I said. You heard what I said. That's your team.
So, like for CLG, dude, they don't really have any branding. Like no one really knows the identity of this team. The social media is pretty much all over the place. Like they only really get interaction when they're talking about like their LCS wins and losses. Other than that, you don't really see much interaction. Like I just don't know what to say.
Unless Freak is freaking out.
Oh shit, yeah. Like I don't I just don't know. Like they upgraded the roster from 2020 into 2021 and it still didn't work. You know what I mean?
I mean, my they have the import slots are taken up by.
Wait, did we have the wrong CLG roster before? I think we did. Because we said Ruin and Wiggly, but they didn't have them in 2020, right?
They weren't there. They weren't there in 2020.
Let me see. Who did they have in 2020
No, we were
actually?
talking. No, we were talking. No, you didn't say anything wrong. We were talking about their best season was in 2019.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
You,
The
yeah,
last the
yeah.
last recent best season they had was in the LCS 2019 summer split where they, third place match and almost made worlds. Like, because I know people love to forget that they did almost make worlds though. And they still, like, if you just discount that and you take in like 2017, 2018, half of 2019, 2020, 2021, it's just not looked good.
I think they just need to go the rookie route for their bot lane. What do you have to lose?
Oh
And
my god, dude. Yeah. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Last year they had Crown. I remember. Holy shit. So they went from PoE to Crown, right? And you're thinking like that should be pretty good. Crown played pretty well on Optic. Remember that? He played well on Optic. So you're thinking
right.
like, oh, upgrade. Rush. Oh, they don't have Rush. That's just fucking bullshit right there. Wind was trash. Desus was role swapped because they needed a fucking mid laner. That didn't work out. It's just all these other problems that came up. I remember the Crown Wiggly mid jungle duo, right? You remember that one?
Yeah.
Best roster, right?
No.
Like, do you think it is environment though? Because dude, Crown himself couldn't function there.
I think ever since Afremu and ever since Double Lift and Afremu left and who I think since who he it was who he
Stixay,
six that
Darshan,
Darshan ever since ever since one of
Infinity.
since they left they just haven't been able to like get someone like what's the word called a superstar since then they've gotten
I
like
remember, like, dude, I remember, like, they played Pobelter. They tried Tuesday. Dude, they had Tuesday in Academy for years. Like, people don't know this. Tuesday was with CLG Academy since it was an Academy challenger scene. And they tried him out for like 2 games. It doesn't work out, and he's out. Fragus, like, that guy was a jungler. He was on an Academy, 100 Thieves Academy. That didn't work out. Like, they at one point had Song and Weldon as coaching staff. You think that would be good?
A
You
song
think
is
that
good.
would
Well, Weldon was a good
you just say
actor.
a hack?
He's
A
an actor.
hack?
He's an actor. He's a good actor. He acted his way into that position.
Oh my
Whatever.
god. Do you have some saltiness from
No,
Weldon from his time on
no,
TSM?
no. He was also on G2. You don't remember that, do
I
you?
remember that. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
countless EULCS trophies. I love that shit.
yeah,
I love winning. I love being on
yeah.
top.
They ain't winning a trophy this year. I'll tell you that much.
That is true. Warren, why do you have to ruin everything? I feel like you just purposely ruin everything.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm like a vulture. You're dying, and I'll pick at you while you're dead.
so that's pretty much it for COG, guys. If we got the roster shuffles wrong at some point, maybe you guys get the point of it. They consistently keep messing up. Good, somewhat decent talent does come to them. Maybe it's just the environment, coaching staff. They hired Moon as their head coach. I was like, this guy was a garbage LCS jungler, and now he's a head coach. I don't know what you're gonna learn from that guy, but okay.
I mean, it can happen where, like I said, there's people in regular sports that were average to mediocre, but then they became really good.
Now, do you think that applies with Moon?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's what they probably thought. I think, but anyway, I'm done with CLG.
You're just like casually trying to throw shade, yet give him the benefit of the doubt. What the fuck, Warren? Oh my god,
I didn't
dude.
say that. Like,
All right, so let's go to FlyQuest. So, like, yeah, guys. CLG, I'll see you in the 2020
21 all season and then
Yeah,
2022.
yeah. See in the off season. Let's see what you do. All right, FlyQuest. They tried, so they lost all their good players after Worlds 2020. Actually, in the 2020 off season, they had some budget problems because pandemic and shit like that. Because they're backed by a sports team, and then they do actually crazy. They have budget problems for the 2020 off season, and they actually managed to get a decent roster. I was like, you had budget problems, but you got Licorice and the Cloud9 players. I was like, okay, this is gonna look pretty solid.
I think honestly, Licorice should have. Licorice thought, oh, I could go to FlyQuest. I can make a name for myself, and I'm pretty sure he's kicking himself right now because I believe TSM went to him
They had
to
a
be.
yeah, yikes, oof.
Yeah, that hindsight's 2020, motherfucker. But anyway, but Jose Diodo.
Luckily, Licorice got off that train and he went to Golden Guardians, where he barely made playoffs.
I'm gonna break down. So we got Licorice leaving, right? Which was that was a shocker. Nobody see that coming. So he must have had some internal issues and just was like, you know what? I'd rather go to this team and get a new change than stay here. And then Jose Diodo, I don't know if he's bad or I just think he benefited from the Latin America, like the hype from Worlds 2020 and the performance. Like I guess what they thought was they were getting a version of, like, you know how Arma transitioned into LEC
Yeah,
as a top laner. Even though I think the summer split wasn't his best, but they still ended up pretty decently.
yeah.
I think
Arma played pretty bad.
yeah,
His
even
flag split.
he even admitted it on PGL.
Mhm.
I think that's what FlyQuest thought. They're like, oh, we're gonna get something like what Armor transitioned, but it didn't work out. The academy players didn't really pan out. I just think this is a big management and just I don't think people really scout and see
Mhm.
how they put players together. Like they see big names, they take them, and but they don't see, like, well, does this player's play style match up with the remaining players? Like,
Yeah, because, like, dude, for their budget problems they had in the 2020 offseason after Worlds, you're thinking, like, they got a pretty good roster with what they had. Like, you had, like, the top academy players, arguably one of the best top laners at that current moment in time. You had a pretty okay, somewhat decent, proven, not not world caliber jungler, but more competent jungler than at least most of the LCS junglers at that moment in time when we're looking at it, right?
Right.
And then you had Johnson, who was like an amazing ADC on Dignitas, right? Now, like everything just panned out for them. They had a bunch of roster shuffles. My boy Triple ended up coming in. They ended up putting him out when they went on a 5-game losing streak to put back in Palafox and Jose Diodo. But so the roster at the end was Kumo, Jose Diodo, Palafox, Tomo, and Diamond. They thought bringing in Palafox and Jose Diodo probably was going to be a better, stronger combination. But I felt like NXI and Triple were just better as a 2v2 than Jose Diodo and Palafox. Because like, to me, dude, Jose Diodo and Palafox just have no synergy whatsoever. Whereas, like, you know, NXI and Triple, they actually had some pretty good synergy to just to me, and how like I saw their games, you know?
Right.
They looked a lot more consistent when they had Triple and NXI in. Maybe Triple and NXI were not doing so well in scrims, maybe, but like, I don't know. Like, they made a bunch of terrible decisions. I knew when they were going to lose all those games, they were going to make roster decisions. Like, why is that always surprising to people, dude? Like, a team is losing like 20 games in a row. You expect them to keep the same roster? Like, no. If a team loses like more than like 5 games straight, going on to what they were losing, like almost 10, like 10 at one point, and then they were on a 5-game losing streak almost before the LCS ended. They're gonna make roster decision, like roster swaps. I don't know why that's so surprising though, but that's pretty much it with FlyQuest. See ya in the 2021 offseason going into 2022. Maybe you see a bunch of players leave. Maybe with like COVID kind of getting better or worse, give or take, they might get a bit more funding to get a few more players. You never actually know, but I hope it works out for them. Now you're going on to the playoff teams. So I talk about Golden Guardians, IMT, and Dig, but then I just want to go outside and blow my fucking brains out. So let's start with the better teams, actually. So which one you want to start with, Warren? Which one of the top 5 you want to start with?
Let's work our way out to the on the bottom, because it's just gonna.
Let's start with Team Liquid. Okay, so
Yeah.
how do you feel about Team Liquid season? So they came into this year big
Easy.
expectations, right?
Management drama. Santorin didn't get a full split.
Yeah,
Armeo sub, man. It's just a whole Jenkins playing instead of your big spender
$1 million top
top
laner.
laner. Like
Yeah.
the bunch of I if he stays, I'd be shocked, but that's just me.
Mhm.
Uh
You know what's crazy? They have the worst record against all the top tier teams. They're like 2-12 against every single top tier team. Factor this in, guys. If you're a Team Liquid fan, they're gonna face Cloud9. They lost to Cloud9 when they had King, when they were playing like legitimate dog shit. They
I,
lost to Cloud9 when they were playing like legitimate dog shit, and then lost to them just yesterday. Or yeah, just yesterday when Sven got that pentakill on Aphelios. They have literally the worst record against all the top tier teams.
I'm
Dude,
not gonna
I would
write
not
them off.
be. I don't know, man. I would not be confident
They
for
could
Team
make.
Liquid going into a best of 5. I think they lose the first round, but I think they might do better in the losers bracket, though. I don't know, dude. I'm not confident in them based off, dude. Just against TSM, they just got completely destroyed. That was like literally
That's
last week. They got.
TSM. Why is that hard to believe?
I mean, that's usually based in luck. Come on, you
Yeah, I know. That's how they got 30 and 15. Clearly,
know.
clearly.
They've and it's not like okay, so outside of the 100 Thieves game where it was close, where Jensen was obviously playing really, really well, and the game yesterday where Jensen was playing really well against Cloud9 when he was playing Azir, right? Team Liquid has looked pretty bad in a lot of their games against the top tier teams. All the games against Cloud9, EG, 100 Thieves, TSM, except for like 1 or 2, have all looked like stomps. So I'm just saying, if I'm a TL fan, I'm not confident in their abilities going into playoffs. Now, I get it. Best of fives might be a bit different, but looking at Tactical, he's had a pretty bad split. Pretty, how would I say this? So he's had a bad to good split, give or take certain weeks, give or take certain performances, but it's mostly been bad, right? Okay, Core JJ, has he really been the Core JJ of old that we remember, dude? Like, has he really been that this split? Not really. Like, Jensen has really tried. You know, he's been looking better and better as the weeks have gone by. He had that great game yesterday against Cloud9, even though they lost. Alfari's looked like the best top laner still, which is crazy, though. He comes in after getting benched potentially screwed over by Jat, right? And he looks really good, but now I can't put him in my all-pro team. He didn't play enough weeks for that, but if he did play like this for Team Liquid the whole split, he'd be in my all-pro team, potentially first, right? And if you have Santorin or Armao, it doesn't matter. Like, even before Santorin started going through all those health issues, it doesn't matter. He's not a good fit for Team Liquid, in my own personal opinion, and they're not even good with Santorin.
I'm calling it right now.
They're barely good with Armao.
Calling it right now. Self-made. TL self-made.
All right, Warren. Okay. Good God. Good God. He's crazy. Wait, Warren, come back. Holy shit. Warren, come back. I hit the wrong button. Warren, if you're hearing this, I hit the wrong button. Just come back. Holy shit. I hit the wrong button. Holy shit. I gotta message him on Discord. Holy shit. That was an accident. I meant to hit remove and I accidentally hit kick. My bad. Oh my God. Sorry about that. So dude, do you honestly think okay, so like guys, I don't really see the big point in how Team Liquid are going to do well. Like, you look at a lot of their gameplay, even in the squad series that they have, that they put on YouTube. Actually, even Cold says they don't really know how to play as a team. Like, looking at their gameplay, it's all over the place. Like, there's no leader. There's no one making decisive calls. From how I see them playing the game, this is my personal opinion, the bot lane has been losing to pretty much everybody. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I just don't see them doing well in playoffs. Now, maybe they might surprise. Sure. But based off what we've seen this entire split, because, like, given how the bracket works, right? Given how the bracket will play out, right? For this playoffs coming up, right? Looking at it right now, by looking at how these the brackets play out, at least for the LCS, right? Okay, so given how it's scheduled, one of the big spenders will not make it to Worlds. It's going to be either Cloud9, TSM, 100 Thieves, or Team Liquid, because EG is on the other side of the bracket because they end up getting third place. The reason
I think you're looking at the wrong thing, man.
No, there's no way.
You're looking at, this is round one, but remember that even if TSM loses, they drop down to the second. Like, you're not looking at.
You're right. Oh, you're right. But yeah. I guess your point still stands, right? At least one of the big spenders will not make it based off how the bracket is seated right now. So, what do you think about Team Liquid? Do you think they have a chance at doing well in playoffs? Because like they've been playing like some straight up ass.
I think if Team Liquid goes up against 100 Thieves, they could beat them. I think if Team Liquid calms it down and they could beat. If Team Liquid fights Cloud9 or TSM, that's where I don't see them making it. But if they go up against EG or 100 Thieves, because I think teams have finally figured out 100 Thieves and EG, you kind of need to like make Jizuke calm down and not play his champions. I think Team Liquid can win. They have this like methodical way of playing. But
do you think that playstyle is outdated? They tried doing that last year and they still didn't win. I mean, they got to third place, right?
They did better than that. They did better at Worlds in the second week.
But like, dude, like I don't know. Like, I'm not confident in their abilities. Like, they've been playing like complete dog shit, just like Cloud9. I'll get to them. They're not playing that much better either. But it's like, what can you do? Like yesterday's game, dude. They literally could have won that game, right? Based off how good Jensen was playing. Still losing it. They won team fights. They straight up just won team fights outright because of just outplaying Cloud9. Still lost the game. That is bonkers, man. Like, I just don't have that much faith in their abilities right now in playoffs. Could all that get solved by the time playoffs start? Sure. But I'm just not seeing it right now. They're probably the team that I could see not going to Worlds based off their regular season performance right now, since the LCS 2021 summer split regular season just concluded. Like, if I had to pick a big spender right now not to make it to Worlds, it's probably Team Liquid. I think there's like way too many issues they have in the game, and there's, like, you even said, there's coaching issues still too, because like Cold is just coming in as a head coach. He doesn't really know what to really do, so that's pretty much it on them. Cloud9. Actually, how confident am I in Cloud9 in the playoffs? I am just as confident in Cloud9 doing well in playoffs as I am in Team Liquid doing in playoffs. So I'll explain. Most of their games have been pretty interesting. So I know people on Twitter have said like a lot of their games look really good when they win. That's true. Like a lot of games will look good when you win them, but like a lot of games they've lost pretty bad. Blabber and Perks have the worst synergy out of every single mid jungle duo of the top teams right there. Even worse than Jensen and insert jungler TL's gonna play. They could play fucking I don't know. What's his name on fucking SK Gaming Treats. If Treats and Jensen play together, they have better synergy than Perks and Blabber. Perks and Blabber have the worst synergy on Cloud9. Sven and Vulcan have looked pretty not as standard
Not as
or
dominating.
not sorry, I used the wrong word. Dominating as it used to be. Fudge is by far and away the best player on Cloud9. It's not even close, right? But is that enough to get them to the finals to have a chance of winning the title again? You know, I'm not too sure. A lot of their drafts have been really suspect. Like, they're picking like drafts where like you have like such a limited win con all the time. Remember that draft against CLG like weeks ago where their only engage was a Lulu knockup? I'm like, this is disgusting. This is actually a cancer draft. You literally just shot your players in the fucking heads picking these champions, right? Draft is both TL and Cloud9's drafts have been all bad, pretty much. Like, I'm not even a draft guy, dude. But when you look at just how they've been drafting, it's not good. They've been auto picking, losing lanes half the time, and then hoping that they'll just skirmish better. That's not how that works anymore, dude. You know, if you pick weaker champions and if you try skirmishing early, you are going to lose because you have a weaker champion. That's just
Yeah,
how it works.
I think it might be it potentially might be disrespectful drafts, like because they think they might have the player skill and it's not.
Didn't they? Didn't they hard pick LeBlanc? They blind pick LeBlanc when they saw Azir. I'm like, that's kind of bad, don't you think? I mean, that's just me personally. But Cloud9 have made a lot of mistakes in their games for this past LCS 2021 summer split. Like, I'm their fan, but I gotta call. I don't have too much faith in them.
I mean, you could join TSM when you're ready.
I'd rather just suck off Reginald's bad dick then, you know? Like you've been doing this past stream so far, you know?
No. I've been a fan till the very end, so that's a big difference. I'm called a fan.
A fanboy.
No, not a fanboy. I've been a fan.
I just if they can somehow do some magic, like you know how Perks always says he likes to scale up toward playoffs, he likes to take the regular season kind of chill. You know, players, it's not just him. It's that's a common sentiment. Okay, let's just say if that's true, that's no guarantee they're gonna win their games. Like people said, oh well, he'll just scale toward the playoffs. What's the guarantee in that? That's like saying that my dad will walk through those doors right there and come hug me. That's not going to happen, guys. Just because you scale up doesn't mean you'll automatically win, nor get better at what they were doing. Perks was legitimately auto losing a lot of lanes, legitimately just getting gapped. How do you change getting gapped? Someone please explain it to me. How will you change getting gapped? Like, bro, like what the heck?
I don't know.
Did he not pick Renekton to go like 0-10 in some games? There was games where he legitimately was playing absolutely terrible. How do you fix that? That's in lane as a problem. They have laning issues. Like they do other things great too that I'm not trying to like downplay. They dive really great. They team fight really good. They have really good objective control. But to get to those points, you have to not auto lose in the first 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like those are great things to have, like objective control, fucking team fighting very well, loading up the Baron. You know, it's just like Warren, help me, please. Like, what other problems do you see that Cloud9 had like this split? Was it synergy, in-game decision making, laning?
I think they're trying to do too much in draft. Just play what works for you. Like realize your win conditions. Who's your players that gets you. Like play around Fudge. I'm not saying make Perk supportive, but make him on something where it's like, okay, if Fudge is behind, you got Perks, and then you got the late game insurance with or.
Oh, hi Brian, what's up, dude?
Yeah,
Bro,
the team.
yeah, CLG is definitely terrible.
the team fighting insurance with Zen, because Zen is always good in a team fight when he's
You
protected.
give him
Okay,
space and he's able to like free auto. Yeah, he's
right.
really good at team fighting. But like, dude, what people don't understand is like you have to get to those points to do those things though. They have
That's
a
what I'm
really
saying.
rough early game. And like sometimes they win the early game and then completely throw it. So Cloud9 and Team Liquid are the teams I am very least confident and comfortable going into the playoffs. Now, let's talk about EG. So EG have picked it up. This was a team that I talked about in spring. It didn't come together in spring. It came together in summer. So people always asking me, like, why do you think they're going to be good? Well, they actually have pretty good players if you really look at it. Impact's always been a good top laner. Serviceable to reliable to being a rock to being a good top laner, right? He's just flexible in a lot of different areas, right? Hasn't Svenskeren always been a pretty good jungler outside of like some splits he's into, right? He's been a pretty good jungler most of the time. Jizuke at his peak is a really skilled mid laner, great at his style. Then you now have, well, Danny, I didn't really know about going into this year because it was definitely first, but now if you look at Danny, Danny's been like one of the best ADCs to split. Is he going to be in your all pro team, actually, for
No,
ADCs?
no, not because when I'm doing all pro, I'm also combining spring and summer, so it's like that's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
unfair because then I would have to put Alfari in.
Shit, that's true. I didn't consider that. Interesting thought. And then you also had Ignar. So they had good players. I just initially thought to myself, if I could see this team doing well if it comes together. Outside of Danny coming in over Deftly, like if you just take the four players that I just named, Impact, Svenskeren, Jizuke, Ignar, those are pretty good players, are they not? So like they had a good team. It just didn't come together in the spring. I think they figured out like what style works for them, and they let Jizuke play the style that he wants to play, and then it later on helps their gameplay out. That he's able to have all this like free range to do whatever he wants. Now that was at the detriment of the early games in the season, where they were just legitimately throwing games because of Jizuke. Then you had teammates following up on bad engages that he actually had, right? So what do you think about EG? Because people were calling them like the best team in the LCS after 100 Thieves started like kind of
These are the same.
slipping.
Okay, these were the same fools that said that Flag Quest 2.0 on the 3 game winning streak. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna think anything
Warner, you
until
throwing shade again?
no, it's facts. It's not me throwing shade. I know facts speak louder than shade. I know.
Oh my god.
But if you these are the same people that was like, remember at one point Raz was like, Immortals is one of the best teams. Like, dude, it's just you're
You
stretching
know
the
what? You know
narrative.
what happened when he said that? I muted him. I muted the tab. I was like, I'm not trying to hear this horse shit.
Like you're stretching it, dude. You are
Okay,
stretching.
like on the analyst test, when they say stuff like, well, EG looked good in this game, but it only was because Cloud9 threw it. When you look at the game, yeah, that makes sense though. Because remember that one game EG and Cloud9 played this past week where Cloud9 were making a lot of good decisions, but then later on they made like 4 bad ones in a row, which cost them to lose the game. I like analysis like that. Like, okay, they acknowledge that the team that won did do good things, but they also acknowledge they could have lost based off the fact that the other team that was coming back messing up, right? But overall, dude, for EG, I knew they had good players. Like you were here when I was talking about them. Like this, they have good players. Like you could see it coming together though. The play styles all pretty much could come together. Because like teams with Impact and Svenskeren, they need a mid laner like Jizuke, and I think Jizuke's style would do better complementing with those two. And then Ignar was like one of the best supports this split too. So let's talk about 100 Thieves, right? 100 Thieves had, well, Ryoma Mega Lol and Demonte. So yeah, didn't work out, right? And then they come into this split with Reaper and Abadage. Didn't we have them on like third, actually? No. We had TSM at third.
Yeah,
We had
yes,
Team Liquid at
I
we had
think
Team
we
Liquid
had.
at fourth.
I think we
We had
had.
100 Thieves at second, right?
Yes, yeah, it's Cloud9
We had Cloud9, 100 Thieves, TSM, and Team Liquid.
yeah, I think that's how
Yeah.
it was.
So with Abadage and Reaper joining 100 Thieves, I mean, it did make an impact, though. Like, to say that it didn't make an impact is a understatement. They made a huge impact. Now they've been playing the game. This team has a solidified style. This team's bot lane has been performing just insanely well. I know Warren doesn't like He too much. He thinks he's kind of bad. But at least you do admit FBI has been like one of the best ADCs, has he not?
It's not. I don't think. What I mean is that I think. Not. I
You think
think.
FBI his team's carrying him?
I
Say
think
it, Warren. Say it with
like
your chest.
just like Ignar made. I think Ignar complemented or Ignar covered weaknesses for Wild Turtle, just like
Mhm.
um FBI is covering weaknesses for Hui, because you don't see Hui playing champions like Gragas and like even off meta, or like the
Mhm.
Bard or stuff like that. Not no, yeah, like yeah. I'm thinking of Ignar. He doesn't. He plays like it's like I think it's mostly set. I think he played Thresh. I don't. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't pay attention to who he that much, because
No,
he's
but
just
overall, like, do you think that FBI is one of the best ADCs in the league? Because I think so.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. That's
Yeah.
not that's not a debate.
So like, so Huni, Impact, Fudge, and Alfari. Hunter Thieves, crazy to say this, guys. Hunter Thieves has the weakest top laner going into playoffs. At least out of the top orgs. It's crazy to say this. Sunday's performed worse than all of them. He's performed worse than Huni. He's performed damn near worse than Fudge. Alfari, with like 4 games, has outperformed him. Maybe like 5, right? Give or take, right?
Hmm.
And then yeah, that's it. Yeah. Huni, Fudge, Alfari, and yeah, Huni, Fudge, Alfari, and Impact. Impact by far has outperformed someday. That's not even close. Like, if anybody says Impact has been performing bad, you are a crackhead, and your league analysis, you just go play fucking competitive Heroes of the Storm or some shit, because
I
you should be
played Heroes
watching
of the
League.
Storm this past weekend. Just saying.
Really, so fun.
No, no, it's not. It's terrible.
Guys,
Don't
don't go to Warren. Guys,
just
if you guys break up with your girlfriend, don't go to Warren. He's like, well,
uh,
you're a fucking simp. Go to a fucking bar and like fuck a hoe or some shit. Like, god
that
damn.
game is god awful. Like the
Do you play
fact that
Apex Legends actually? My
no,
brother plays Apex.
I don't play that. But the fact that I'm silver, and I can have a bronze, a silver, and a gold in my team because there's not enough players. That says enough right there.
Holy shit! But overall, like 100 Thieves, when you look at how their team plays, they play like the old Cloud9 roster of Niski, Zazel, Sneaky, Licorice, and Svenskaren. Or Blabber, insert whenever he played, right? That's what they remind me of. Good regular season team, finishes top of the standings. Playoffs, I'll have to see. That's just what I want to see out of them now. Now that we're in
Playoffs?
playoffs,
Oh wait,
now that we're in
I'll
playoffs,
look for that
I
meme.
want to see like how good can this roster perform, because like no shade to Reaper. I like Reaper. I met him, talked to him, great guy actually, but he's always fallen short. I know people are gonna say he won that one split. I know, but how many splits has he lost? Gotta count that in. You know, he has a worse record than LeBron James does in the fucking finals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know, it's one of these things where like I think 100 Thieves are good. I think they've played great. They've improved. They got a better mid laner. Do you think 100 Thieves has a shot at making the
No,
finals?
no,
100 Thieves in finals, baby. Let's
no,
go. Let's go.
no. I think Clutch Factor and experience from Cloud9 and Team Liquid, and the hunger from EG is gonna overwhelm that team.
Because you said earlier that they got figured out. Like, what do you mean by that? Teams just figured out how to
Like
just
like
play out
like
their style.
pull up the pull up
Oh, the games.
the
Let's go to some
games.
games, guys. You guys want to watch some games? Because you know he wants to talk about TSM beating 100 Thieves. You
Not
know
even
TSM
that.
will be moving.
I'm gonna pull up the drafts, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by
Wait, didn't I think 100 Thieves had the worst fucking draft
and
I've seen all year?
and
That shit
remember
looked
that
like
100 Thieves
ass.
lost to CLG as well.
That was like that was
Doesn't
what was
matter.
that? Week 4 or some shit like that. That
Doesn't
was
it was this split though.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there was an
Yeah,
upset. That's the week that COG went 3-0. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Like, let's not forget that's a bottom team. They should be like, I know
Bottom
Cloud.
team is a
Well,
understatement.
I mean TSM
Dog shit.
lost them, but like everybody had like that as a definite. Like when we know TSM can be put like doo doo. So I'm
TSM
not.
to the moon, baby. Let's go.
No, it's not to the moon. But I found the clip
TSM
If you
lost to CLG and Dignitas too. Let's keep that in mind there, Warren.
well, the last game they played was a troll game. Let's just
Oh,
count.
Warren. Oh my God, Warren. You sucking that Reginald dick off again?
No.
Did Reginald make you sacrifice fucking goats and shit?
100 T's not making the finals. Like as much as like they're not like they're not like I'm sorry. Alfari want. I guarantee you, Alfari's gonna go rage mode, and you're gonna see the probably. Like, I'm not even a Team Liquid fan.
So like for
Like,
me, dude,
like look at
for the
they're still
like look
okay.
like let's look at this fucking draft. Okay, so 100 Thieves take Gnar, Olaf, Silas, Varus, and Thresh. TSM take Viego, Diana, Cassiopeia. Well, that's probably why they lost. They let Power View have Cassiopeia. Oh my God, Jin and Leona.
He doesn't play a
Right?
lot of Cassio though.
But it has been one of his like he's just a really good mage player.
Cassio's
And
always Cassio's been a good pick. It's just it's like
no,
one of
but
those things.
Cassio's good into this comp though. Cassio's
I
great for
mean,
this comp.
Cassio's good into Silas because he can't out heal the constant Qs and
Yeah.
like like she's gonna giga outscale and just like what Nar's gonna like she can easily kite Olaf back
Yeah,
even though he's
yeah, literally Cassiopeia can kite all of their champions on 100 Thieves. Also, like what Thresh is their only engage into that. I mean,
yeah, but Zilak it's best of ones like it's best of ones like I'm telling you I'm gonna laugh when 100 Thieves don't make it. I'm gonna put listen when they don't make it. I'm gonna go at Zilak on Twitter and be like, "What happened, bro?" I'll be like, "What happened?"
Ziak, if TSM don't go to Worlds this year, I want you to at Warren and say
You
they
can at
fucking
me.
suck.
I've dealt with 0-6, so you can at me and I'll probably accept it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I know we had people in the Discord when we had the other show. They're like, "How do you feel about your team going 0-6?" You're just sitting there like, God, dude.
I was like, that was embarrassing, but I was like, hey, it happens. What are you gonna do?
You know,
But like
what?
think about this, right? So who's there engaged? Okay, like who's it? It's a Varus. Oh,
Thresh, Varus.
Varus. I'd say.
Olaf engages when he runs into you.
Yeah, but
Essentially, I
I mean,
guess. Okay, I don't
I
know. I don't know what the fuck Speaker was doing, but he that was a good play. Like I got what he was doing, right? And then
yeah.
closer, I don't know why he follows.
Captain Int. Captain
That
Int.
is that not inting? You have people that is inting. Come on here. Like literally, let's rip my brain. He lost his buff.
Me, I would
missed
just
the axe,
first
sees
of all,
the Leona, engages into them, then dies after he
yeah, like
clearly just saw them.
because the thing is, they would have to have flashed over, and if they flash over, Varus doesn't have his flash for because Varus needs his flash, right? He's very mobile. This was close. Actually, this is Closer's best pick. Actually, it's his Olaf. He's been known for it.
And to be fair, closer has been one of the best junglers to split. Like outside
Yeah,
of this game, he has been really good.
Mark Z was like sucking him off on the analyst desk the other day.
You know, because I just remember in spring he had him as like the 9th best jungler,
Man,
which was true. He was playing bad, but
Mark
like
Z
this
can
split,
go
I mean,
on an
to be
oven.
fair, dude, like this split he's played great. You know, he played great this split. He played really well. He's
Listen,
talking to be BMI All Pro team, but
TSM
this game was
at Worlds will
bad.
be good. TSM will be good at Worlds this year. Mark
Why?
my
Oh my
words.
TSM also, because like we talked about TSM before, so TSM style, like they don't really lane though. Like, look, I knew I was right. Someone's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about in league. Shut the fuck up, you bronze loser. Look at this. Look what time that is, right? It's 11 minutes in. Are they laning? They haven't laned almost once this game. They literally started invading at almost 8. Like what? Like,
TSM was playing very aggressive.
5 minutes in, and I like this TSM. I hated that old TSM where they were like just doing nothing and just getting angry that they were losing.
like let's be honest. Like this is the most proactive they've seen. Even the analyst has said it, and I dare anybody in chat to say I'm wrong about this. That TSM typically has been playing for the late game recently, and it's been working out. But like we've seen Hooney pop off on the J switch.
0-6 speed run.
Hey, guess what? At least we're famous. Yeah, I'll take it. But
we're more like infamous kind of.
I'll take it. But like think about this, right? They have a Viego who's gonna like they need a Narbar. They need Silas. Who's Silas gonna take ults from? Even if he does, it's like
take it from Leona, but like
Jin is gonna Jin can literally auto you and kill you. His auto could kill you. Remember with the passive, and then he has a long range engage that can slow them. Okay, and then they have Leona, they have Diana, they have Cassio to peel if they need to, and he can kite. And you have Viego that can flank. And it's like, well, they just play. They did it. They did it better with the objective controls because let's be honest, Closer has been better with
I
the
think
objective
they
controls.
correct me if I'm wrong. If you look at the stats, I don't know if they've changed because like I mean I just normally go off of what I see, so like stats kind of can reflect that if I say this because I just do this a lot actually with my analysis. Don't TSM out of all the top tier teams right now spend the least time in lane? They legitimately almost. I'm not saying they don't lane people. Like they spend the least amount of time in lane. They just actively try to get things done. Like
Yeah,
some
Sword
games,
Art roams
some
a
games are
lot.
slow. Yeah, like
Sword
some games they're slow, but mostly you have Spica invading, Sword Art roaming. They're mostly out of lane, but like 12 minutes in. It
Yeah,
legitimately in this game,
but look
they're
at
out
this.
of lane 11 minutes in.
Look at this.
Like
Like, okay, they probably get like that's it. Like they don't have a Nar so what do? And then they have like look, they're gonna easily melt a Baron. They have Cassio. Cassio will melt a Baron. People forget
well, we
about
did talk about it last week too. Like Syndra came back into the meta, Oriana came back.
bro. Mages have always been good. It's just that people forget that they exist. Like the
They
problem is,
said,
like here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this right out loud.
Mhm.
People forget that some of these champions exist, like Singe, like Cassio, like they buffed the mage items. Like they buffed. I'm sorry, the mage items. They buffed the AP items. If
Mhm.
you buff the AP items, logically, ding ding, that means mages probably got better from them. Why did Silas? Silas got played a lot of. He's a mage. Don't be fooled just because he's goes into melee. He's a mage. So like that, to me, it was just ridiculous that people thought that like the mages. I'm like, no, like wait a minute, like do
Yeah,
you?
like dude, when I don't see certain mages picked, I'm going like, well, do pro teams I think it's viable? I don't know why he flashed there. He was automatically dead with deadly flourish and the fourth shot, but you know,
That's what I
whatever.
was
It
saying.
doesn't matter.
We saw exactly what Jin can do. Like Jin super scales. Like
Oh,
people.
also Jin and Cassiopeia kites the entire team. None of their engage is gonna matter. Unless
Yeah,
Closer literally unless Closer jumps over a border of the map, throws
Zilak.
his whole
I don't
body.
want to hear that. I don't want to hear that with the flexibility. You want to know why?
Well, I'm
Peel.
talking about purely about the LCS flexibility because like I won't know about his champion at Worlds. That's the different patch,
No,
right?
no, no. I can be a testament. POE missed out on Worlds from 2017 to 2020. He was in one of the hardest groups at Worlds. He went up against. Wait, I need to pull that up, and then you
Didn't he
keep
flame
talk,
Horizon Chovy?
keep talking, because I'm gonna pull this up to give you some
No, no,
data.
no. Like, didn't he actually flame Horizon Chovy? That was like incredible.
I think he did. I'm gonna pull
Chovy
up.
was like one of the best mid laners in the world. He actually flamed. He actually beat him 1v1. That is insane, actually, to think about.
I'm gonna pull up that group
But
because
I, but like,
that was
but
a
like with
fucking.
worlds, it doesn't really matter because like this is the regular
No, no,
split.
I'm not.
Regular
No,
split.
no.
But
My argument is this: is the so here's the group they had top DRX unicorns that was considered supposed to be good, and they had unicorns. He went up against Knight, and he went up against I forgot who was the mid laner at that time for. It was a good mid laner
who?
for DRX at that time.
Chovy.
Chovy. Like, come on, dude. That's really you going up against Knight and
You can't
Chovy.
get any more. You can't
You
get any
can't
more
get any
harder
harder
competition than that.
than that, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, compared to the other groups, that was hard, and the guy held his own. Like, I'm okay with his champion pool. Like, people forget just because you have a small champion pool. Oh my God. Okay,
He's
now
an old man. Okay,
now
now
we're gonna
he's a,
now you're trolling because you realize I'm telling the truth. It's okay.
okay. He's
I'm,
not old. They're just yeah
He's not
walkers, you know.
old. He's not old. But the point is that like champion pool is irrelevant. The man's a pro player. He should be able. He'll do fine at
Well,
Worlds.
it's just like even if TSM's not flexible, you could just be a standard team to play standard picks in the meta and still
Yeah,
win.
he can still win.
Flexibility is a bonus. Don't get me wrong. And like I don't know if people could exploit TS because like TSM's thing is that they try to lane as quickly as possible, have champions early on that power spike early
I
on,
know.
right? No, Ziak, you're fine. It's all
You're
good,
fine.
man.
We're fine. We troll each other. It's fine.
It's like I get what they're doing. They pick early game champions strong enough to spike early on so they can roam around the map and do stuff. Now, is that because they can't lane very well? I don't know. That like they haven't
Well,
really been in lane too often. But if their style is they
yeah,
have to get things done early on,
but
then they're
I
gonna
don't
pick
think.
champs that reflect that.
Well, here's
So
what I don't think it's the laning issue. I think the thing is you have to remember that I think it was 11-13 was when they made the gold change. So they want to break towers to get more gold to feed it into their players.
mhm.
Because remember, after the plates drop, the tier 2 towers give you 600 gold. Now 600
Oh,
times
true.
3,
Yeah, the
600. Yeah,
towers outside of the first one now give more gold out actually, because
right.
before they gave like what, like 600 or some shit.
Yeah, they give then. Well, they gave like 400. Now they give an extra 200. So you got to
Thank
figure.
God.
So you figure 600
The
times
turret
3.
plates, Rift Herald could take down almost 2 towers.
Right. So they if you notice, they've been trying to go for more Rift Heralds, and because they realize if we funnel gold into a player and they're fed, like just how I said that Tristan, I don't understand why teams drift away from Tristan. I'm
Dude, Tristana's a bad pick. Remember, Lucian's better.
like Tristana literally melts towers if you leave her, and she can side lane,
She's
like,
like Ziggs, except she's even stronger.
and she can jump away. Gee, and she can peel.
Imagine a
Imagine
Ziggs
that.
that can knock down turrets but then jump away from you. That's some
Oh,
scary
and
stuff.
her range scales as she goes. Crazy, right? Your range scales.
So we have 2 games from Cloud9 that I want to look at. Actually, well, we could look at all 3 of them, but this is the one that like they lost, so everyone's gonna brag about it. Okay, so they go with this like knock-up comp with Yasuo, right? So you think person Yasuo would be a lot more aggressive? He would actually try to not actually int the whole fucking game away. Like person just randomly into the entire game, like entire games with Blabber. You know, Fudge was
Honestly,
actually doing pretty well on his own. Now this is where you have this right here, where they dive, they get 2 kills, right? Yeah, perks. Yeah, they get first blood on Sven, and they get a kill onto Yasuo. This should be over. If this is a solo 2 game and a Yasuo and a Varus get 2 kills, this should be done, right? Wrap the game up. It's over. Wrap it up. I don't know how he missed that. He's walking straight, but it's cool,
well, you
right?
want to hear my opinion?
Yes.
I think Fudge should have. Yasuo is a hard counter to actually to
Twisted
Nar
Fate.
to Nar actually.
Well, he's a hard counter to Twisted Fate. You just win while the stun card. He's pretty much nothing at that point. He's just an alt bot, right?
Yeah, but
Also, they have a really bad 2v2. Like, this is just oh my god. Good lord. The fact that EG won when they got hard, EG got hard outdrafted this game. This Cup is literally 10 times better. Like, this is one of the drafts that Mithy did well this play. This is a great draft right here. Credit to Mithy. Did great job right here with him and Rainover. How they lost this game is beyond me. Where literally Twisted Fate's gold card does nothing. Nar cannot do anything with his boomerang. One ability from Yasuo literally negates 2 of their main champions, and they still lost the game, and they still won this game. Factor that in.
Yeah, I just.
Oh my god, dude.
That's your team. So.
Thank you, Warren. I needed you for comfort. What the fuck?
You know that. I'm not gonna. It's the facts. They lost, right? Did they win?
Now, to be fair, they did make a comeback early on, so we have to highlight the comeback actually. So
A comeback's not a win though.
EG got Baron. Then they took 2 of the Baron buffs off right here. Okay, yeah, they got 2 kills. I remember that. And then right after that, they made a terrible decision to chase so far down where Jizuke later on started taking, well, because like even if because I know casters talked about this, because they're like, well, C9's making a comeback. True. Look how the waves are. They're not really making a comeback.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, what are you chasing a Nar for back?
If they had got the kill, I could see it, but they're losing their whole base. So like a comeback starts when you get the kills, right? And you push out the waves so you can capitalize on it. Even however many fights Cloud9 were winning, it didn't matter because their waves are never in play. Look at what Nar's doing. Just look at look at. Oh my god, they chased this far for kills when they could have just wait till the inhibitor responded, protect that top tier tower, clear out the waves. That's what you potentially probably should do. I just don't know why we're chasing. I don't know why the team is just chasing here.
Okay,
not
so
a point to change there. Nar could literally solo end the game right here. If they actually lost this, Nar would have just won the game.
So to answer Zilak, yes, the way it would have to work was if TSM wins, they would qualify. I believe they would qualify for the last spot or one of the spots already. They would like whatever team makes it to wins the second round, they're immediately in the semifinals, which would which would give them champion points. We would put them would get them into the wild card stage, regardless if they lose or win. So that's a possibility for. But
there's a good chance. But like, no, Ziak, you're right. There's a good chance one of the big spenders like 100 Thieves, TSM, TLC9 don't make worlds because of
one of them's not making it.
My bet's on TL easiest, or at least TL easiest as I'm making it.
Nah,
Now
I think
EG
Alfari
might
makes it to
surprise
Worlds.
actually.
I think
I think
Alfari
EG,
makes
if Alfari doesn't make Worlds, dude, he's leaving that team. That's where you might be right actually.
it.
If he doesn't make Worlds, he's leaving. There's no way he's staying on that team. No way. Holy shit. Now, this game from Cloud9, they try to come, and I respect the comeback. I respect them trying, right? But they
Excuse me.
just, good God, are you getting eaten up by a fat chick? Holy shit. Good God, did Precious come inside your fucking room?
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
And
yeah, I could hear. I could hear it. Holy shit.
yeah.
But no, it's just Cloud9, they were trying to out team fight EG. You know what's weird, dude? They did this last week against TSM too. Remember, they were losing kind of like in solo lanes to TSM, but they would team fight really well. They can team fight really well, but they get in such losing positions, though. I don't know how to explain it. They know how to win the team fights, but they get in such losing positions, it doesn't matter. Where you have moments like this where it's over. So, like, that's why I wasn't really confident in Cloud9's abilities in playoffs so far, because, like, it doesn't really matter if you can team fight well, get objectives, win team fights, right? If you get in such losing positions like that, you're pretty much going to lose anyway. And even when they were trying to come back, quote unquote, as the caster says, none of their waves were prepped. They had terrible wave management with a Varus, Yasuo, and a Diana. Good God, Warren, what the fuck is this?
That's what, this is what I was going to talk about when it comes to playoffs.
Do you show your audio?
Wait, can you hear it?
No, you have to show your audio.
Oh wait, how do I share my audio?
When you share a screen, there's a share audio ticker you have to hit.
Oh, hold on. So I'll do that again.
This is classic TSM fans, not playing with the brains and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, share audio. Here we go.
All right, let me bring up the next Cloud9 game I want to talk about, which was the C9 versus Dig game, where they had a crystal clean team fight, actually.
I need to lower down. I didn't realize my screen.
Oh my God, dude! I got to do a trailer reaction to the Venom Let There Be Carnage 2 trailer. Actually, I didn't chance to watch it, but all right. So let's talk about this game right here: Cloud9 versus Dignitas, right here. So Dignitas, I don't know if they're worthy to be talked about. They look interesting. I'll say that they look interesting.
Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
And that
one quick detour.
Graceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Dude, tag CLG's Twitter and at them that video. All you gotta do, type up at CLG Gaming, share that video with them, and be like, "Hey, I'm a CLG fan, and this fucking sucks."
I think I might do it. That's gonna be rough.
Warren, if you'd be heartless if you did that.
I will do it. Actually, I will do it. Actually,
you are evil if you do that. You need to go to church if you're doing evil shit like that. You need Jesus in your life if you're doing shit like that. Dude, I can imagine that's fucking the owner of CLG right now going, "Holy fuck, win a game? We can barely make playoffs. We can barely win a game." Holy shit.
Oh, we were on dick.
Yeah, it's like imagine they just block you.
They might block me if I put that up.
Dude, oh, you just have to clip, or at least just clip the last part. Playoffs, we can barely win. Holy shit. Yes, Ziak, that's true. EG could easily sneak in. It's true. All right, so here was the Cloud9 game where they completely ripped open Dig's asshole. So, I don't know, dude, what is this obsession with fucking Zach? Zach is a shitty champion by league standards now. I get it. Canyon played it in the LCK, so everyone wants to try. Dude, there's 10 times better junglers than Zach right now.
Okay, first of all,
if you leave me open, Diana, like you said, was good. Viego, Jin Zhao, Olaf,
Nocturne.
Are you taking Zach out of all those 5 picks we just listed off?
I get why they got Zach. Zach can be tanky. He's a better.
He's an early skirmish better than any of those champions.
He can scale better than like Rek'Sai, which Rek'Sai doesn't really scale because you play Rek'Sai for the early game. So you could potentially have him. He can do some really creative ganks too that you don't see coming, and he could set up Aurelia and Aatrox and even Nala. So I get it because their carries are really. I think honestly, I think if they did, I think
They
I
don't need
like
more damage for Diggs comp. They need a tank, is
no
what you're trying
no
to say.
no. I think they needed a switch. I think they needed a mage in the mid lane, and then
Okay.
have the ADC have a regular ADC. I think if because those champions like Aurelia, like you have Aatrox, so then why play Aurelia? I didn't get that didn't make any sense to me. Like you're
So this was the team fight that Cloud9 won that everyone was talking about because they obviously just aced them 5 for 5. So let's just play back. Let's start from right here. So early on, they go and pick off Yasui
well,
on the
Tom
Aurelia
Kench
pick.
is a cancer ass champion. Holy
Tom
shit!
Kinch's cancer. He tanked 20 autos and
Like
like
look
4
at
ults.
like count the seconds. Pause right there.
He got
Pa-
hit by 1 Aatrox Q. He got hit by 2 Aatrox Qs, Zig Qs, Nautilus Hook, Aatrox ultimate Qs, bounced up, knocked around. It's a fat fuck right here. Holy shit.
And then he
Gets to
dives
ult
back in.
himself. Gets to ult himself. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god.
This champ is disgusting, and I don't even think
If anybody thought Dig could make a comeback after losing that bad in a team fight, you need to just click off your screen and throw your computer out a window. There's no way Dig was winning.
By the way,
outside of this.
I'm gonna post the seal the CLG thing
Warren,
today.
Warren, please, mercy on their souls. They're already in a coffin. You don't even need to actually kick the shit.
I'm sorry. At CLG.
At least post it to their subreddit. At least start there.
No, I'm gonna post that on Twitter, dude. I don't care if they block me. I'm not a fan. I don't give a fuck.
You're going to hell. You know you're gonna be in hell. Are you Satan's fucking sperm or some shit?
No, like it's good banter. It gives them publicity.
More publicity they've gotten in years, probably. You know, who knows?
No, I just think okay. So my problem with this draft is you have Aatrox and you have You should have probably just get like Victor and then have like maybe Varus, and I think you're good here. I
This
think
was
like,
bad on Cloud9's part. The ache. I get it. They played a great game. They should have never given up 2 kills like that. This just should have been a perfect game. It's because Vulcan missed his he missed his hex flash. No, Yasui flashed his pulverize, and then they got 2 kills up top. Outside of that, okay, decent play.
This is the disgusting champ that Tom Kench is.
Look at Tom Kench, disgusting of a champion. Why did Riot decide? You know what? I'm gonna just like buff Tom Kench. Out of all the champions,
No, let's rework him because he's been played in the top lane, and because we can't figure out how to make him I don't know, make all they literally had to do was put W on a 30-second cooldown. That's all they had to do, and he could have still been a decent support. But no, but don't be surprised if you see a lot of Tom Kench. Don't be surprised, dude. Don't be surprised at all.
Well, even before he had his changes and his reworks, people did try to play Tom top. That was a thing, though. He just wasn't as strong, you know.
He's always been strong. He's disgusting. Like no melee can really fight him. Like you need jungle help. Like nobody
literally is a monopoly. He's a get out of jail free card champion.
How's the best way to put it? Tom Kench is like trying to drink sour milk. It's so thick and disgusting that you have to spit it out.
That's like drinking chocolate milk mixed in with ketchup. Fuck. Disgusting, dude. You are disgusting, Warren. Holy shit. What is the most nastiest drink you ever like drink in your life? Mine was those Mountain Dew Game Fuels.
Buckley's medicine.
Okay. Actual drinks.
Buckley's medicine, like 1 teaspoon. That's disgusting.
The nastiest drink I've ever had was like Lipton tea. That ghetto Lipton tea that black people buy off fucking food stamps and shit. Lipton tea is disgusting. That's what Tom Kench is. Lipton fucking tea.
I know what I had. I had grounded grass.
Okay, next game. Holy fuck, this guy's an animal. Are you a cow or some shit? You disgusting animal. Holy shit.
Hey Tony, what's going on?
Oh, what's up, Tony? How you doing, man? What else did TSM play against? Oh, we played against Dig, that troll game you wanted to highlight.
Oh yeah, that was a funny game. Well, they deserve it. They deserve it.
Captain Flowers and Azael, they made this more of a banger than it probably should have been. Holy shit.
Like Alistar top. Okay, we're taking it back. Season 3.
Yeah, Alistar top. That's a mega throwback. If you guys don't know, that's a mega throwback right there. Holy shit. So Dig had a shit composition. TSM also had a shit composition. Oh, TSM tried Mage's bot lane.
No, they
So,
just swap roles everywhere.
bro, this shit didn't matter. I was watching this game. I was having a blast, dude. Holy fuck. Power people on Rakan. Holy fuck. And he auto went in, got stood up on a tower, and just gave up, dude. What the fuck? Look how trolling. Look at the amount of troll this guy just did. You have to look at this shit. Okay, so he's thinking to himself, you know, there's an Alistar, there's a Swain that can grab me and knock me up. All right, this guy's like, yeah, I'm just gonna just go in to the absolute 2 counter champions I have. Gets knocked in, knocked up, knocked back, just fucking pregnant. Get his asshole gaped in some shit on that tower. Holy fuck. So this is the troll game, obviously, right?
Yeah, it's very troll. But I mean, if they knew, like, if the both teams knew that they qualified, like, I don't see why.
Fun. You know,
I
know a lot of people. I know a lot of people rag on games like this. But to
Oh,
be
they
fair,
ragged on the 100 Thieves putting in the academy. You heard?
I
like,
remember that one. Yeah, they put in the academy roster and they
Yeah,
played
yeah.
against EG.
No,
Like-
EG won. EG won.
Like, yeah, EG won, didn't they? Or I thought
They
100
still
won that one.
no, EG still won. It was
Okay, yeah, because they already knew they were already locked in the second place. So it's
Yeah.
like, let's have some fun. I know a lot of people like to rag on games like this, guys, and they're like, well, the LPL, they always play all the games out. They already made playoffs, though. Just have some fun. This is entertaining. You know, stop being a fucking little bitch. This is not the LPL.
And
This
let's
is
be
the
honest.
online world, so it doesn't really fucking matter anyway.
Let's be honest, like, these players, when they do solo queue, they don't get their roles all the time. So it's fun. I don't see the big deal. We see why Sword Art is showing why he could still play. He kited the shit out of that. Like,
Oh, that was so good. That was so beautiful. And then he still died.
Fake, because Alistar is still a broken champion, but we don't talk about that. But like,
if they'd actually played Alistar top, I'd have been like, oh my god, is this Looper? Holy shit.
yeah, it's just, you know, I don't mind this game. Like,
That Kalista top, they were definitely trolling. This did not count as a game. And TSM's draft literally auto loses to Diggs anyway. Look at all that kiting Dig have, all that hard engage.
you can see that they're laughing because both
They
people
don't give a fuck, dude.
they're
TSM's
la-
already locked for first.
They're locked for first. Dig qualify. Like, it's anyone that took this serious, anyone that was like harping on TSM or whatever, like
You know the subreddit on TSM went crazy after this game. Oh my god, they lost to a troll draft. Oh my god, man.
Is that how you sound when you're crying?
That's how I sounded that night when I had a fucking power outage and no porn for like 5 hours.
I didn't have internet for a week. How do you think I felt?
Dead. Inside. Literally dead. No other words, but just dead.
Oh, that was rough. But
dude, dude, I didn't have internet for 5 hours. I thought my life was gonna never end.
Yeah, now times that by 5 days. Yeah, that's not.
Contemplate jumping off a bridge. Then just get on a bridge and just jump off.
But all in all, this week was, I think,
interesting week of games. Fun, I guess, for LCS standards.
Yeah, I almost died. I literally would wake up. I'd have a dream. I would have a dream that I had internet. It was rough. I'd be dreaming that my internet's back, and then I wake up and
also, guys, he has sex with Precious too, as we figured out.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. Why did Yasui stay top? No, whatever. I'm not gonna. It's a control game. Whatever. Literally sees 3 people coming up because you have wards and he just sits there like, why? You could have actually run away. He had TP. He could have TP'd away. Look at Aftermoo, all serious, thinking this game matters and shit. It doesn't. You're gonna get knocked out in playoffs first round anyway. Oh my god. No internet for a week. I would die. My dad made a home remedy that was a mix of garlic with honey, some green stuff. Tasted horrible.
Might have been blended grass. You never know.
Might have been blended shit in an asshole. Like, what the fuck, Warren? What? Oh my god. Look at those kiting mechanics right there. and then
Well,
instant
that's
death.
that's Gragas.
Dude,
That's Gragas.
body slam, cat. Body slam is still a fucking disgusting move in the game. Holy shit. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just eating, starving. Because before we started the show, I had to go to the store to grab something. Didn't get a chance to eat my El Pollo Loco. Oh god. Boom.
What's El Pollo Loco?
It's a disgusting Western Hispanic place.
That's why you're eating it. Got it. So let's go on to. Is there any more teams to cover for?
Your asshole.
Oh yeah, it'd be the first black hole you discovered. Yeah, drop
all
the
right, so
food out.
LEC. So I haven't got a chance to watch all the games yet, but I do know who's in playoffs, right? Sorry for XL. You still don't make playoffs.
Sorry for XL
cursed.
and Astralis. They
are
really
cursed.
Well, Astralis was their first year in the.
Astralis is like, that's okay for them, right? But XL, they're just cursed. You are legitimately cursed. There's nothing. There's no ifs, ands, ors.
They had a chance to win.
Which games do you want? Oh, so Rogue. So I haven't got a chance to watch most of the games. Let's just cover the Rogue games. Rogue finished first. So Rogue has been one of the few teams outside of G2 and Fnatic to finish first in the last, like, what? Years.
Last
years, actually.
2 years.
Yeah,
this would make 2 years.
Even just last split, G2 finished first. That's crazy to think about, dude.
Yeah.
So SK Gaming tried. They tried. So you watched all the LEC games, dude, didn't you? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you feel about Rogue? Do you think their week was good? Because they went like, what,
they're not
3-0,
making
right?
it to the finals.
What? What happened to Rogue, dude? I saw like one of their games.
I
saw some of the LEC games. I didn't get to see all of them.
Well, we don't need to. Let's go to the playoffs because I'll tell you why exactly they're not going to make it to the finals.
What happened?
We need to go. You need to play the playoff. You need to play the playoff format.
Yes, sir. Let me go to. Let me go to my internet site.
You still use Firefox? This ain't 2004.
I hit the wrong button. It's supposed to be Chrome.
Sure. Okay. 2004. This guy's 26. This guy's 26, but he uses 2000. He uses
21 years old. What the fuck?
He uses 2004 browsers. Got it.
Bracket, right? I want to go to playoffs. Oh my God, summer playoffs. Okay.
All right, so we go down, right?
Okay.
So guess who they get in the first round? No, like it's like here's why I said they're not.
Whoa! Misfits, haven't they been looking pretty bad recently?
I think Herod is better than across the board. I think MSF beats them, and you want to know why?
That is the hardest. Are you Nerdman for League?
No, dude. I really think that they don't like. Even if they made semifinals, they're not beating Mad. They're not beating G2.
He just looks like a clown, so.
It would feel a lot better if we just crushed these smug Asians.
This guy's a fool. This is...
All aboard the Korean hype.
You know Warren's on that Korean hype train. He's on that Herod hype train.
Yeah, clearly. No, but like
you are on the Korean hype train. This is what when you just told me that Nerdman level shit, this is what I thought.
It was very depressing. We were joking about suicide.
No.
All right, Nerdman. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Here's why I say it. Like, Larson has been underperforming.
Yes, to a certain extent.
Thank you. Yeah, I dare you to say I'm wrong about that one.
But he hasn't been dog shit either. It's not like VTO's been like so much better though.
Here's what's gonna determine if they win that series. If Inspire doesn't pop off, they lose that series. Hands down.
I would say this. Yeah. Because Hansama also has been really good, is he not? Hansama's been like one of the best ADCs.
And Trimby's been
better.
He's been better, but like
yeah. Odoamne's been.
But would you agree if Inspire doesn't play good that they
Inspire doesn't truly carry the early game for them, it's gonna be rough for them in playoffs. I'll say that. Because I think people like to pretty much like it's not all on Larson though, because like they can win through other lanes, right?
And let's say they drop down, right? So you think they could beat G2 or Mad in a best of 5?
Oh shit! Then I'd be Nerdman.
Like I'd still say whatever you want about G2, best of 5.
Mad Lions did beat them early on. Remember last week, Mad Lions just beat them.
Right. like say what you want about G2 and how bad they ended the season pretty decently. I see G2 beating them and Mad
They've had
beating.
a rough split too.
And then
G2's also had a rough
and
split.
then look at this
Ha-
the loser bracket.
You know what's
Like
crazy, dude? G2 has had a rough split, and Rogue still lost to them twice.
that's why I'm saying
That is insane. They
that's
lost to that dog shit G2 that was playing like in week 4. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not possible.
like
That's supposed to be the best team in the league.
and then
And
look
then
at
Fnatic started fucking shitting the bed. Like Whipple just opened
they
up
lost
his
3
fucking
games in a row. If they won their games, they would have been in the upper bracket. Which I don't understand how they do the format for LCS, but they don't do this format for LEC because
SK uses Bing. Oh, that's disgusting.
like because if they use the other format,
Mm-hmm.
Astralis and Excel are in here.
Oh, for
Yeah, if they use the LCS format,
if they use the LCS format and put in 8 teams, yeah, Astralis and XL make it.
but like I don't like, and then Fnatic. The thing is, Fnatic can either go 3-0 or 0-3. Vitality, I don't.
Oh,
This
Vitality's not beat. Oh, dude, you're crackhead if you think Fnatic's gonna lose to them. No way. I haven't got a chance to see. I got a chance to see one of the Vitality games, but dude, Vitality have. Is it fair to say Vitality have the weakest mid laner in playoffs right now for the LEC?
It's not with his stats. No, it's not the mid laner.
He's the weakest by far.
Stats now was his stats say.
Okay, Warren. Oh my God, are you pickle now? Are you
That's not what the
God?
stats say.
I'm start calling you philosophical Warren. Oh my God.
No. That's okay. I'm not a.
So you think in the Fnatic versus Vitality series, Bwibble's gonna open up his bright white asshole?
The problem is the problem. Okay, here's the problem. Why I don't agree with autofill jungle this season. This is a best of 5. The moment they go and they lose that game, you don't think Selfmade's gonna change his pathing? You don't think Selfmade's gonna figure out a pick? Like,
dude, they've had more issues than Cloud9 and Team Liquid, dude. They just look like ass.
I just don't see Whippo. Like, a jungler is so important in a professional scene, right? I just don't see Whippo handling against
Well, hold
Selfmade.
on. Do you think VTO is better than Leader?
Yes.
Yeah. So Leader is the worst mid laner by far in playoffs right now. His stats do not reflect how bad he's been playing. He's
okay. But that is
dog shit.
But okay, but so let me ask you a question.
Not counting this week because I haven't got a chance to see most of his games.
Let
But
me
the one
ask
I
you.
did see, he was still playing bad.
Let me ask you a question. Then.
Yes.
Out of the bottom teams that make it, do you think if XL Vitality
Nuke was better than Leader.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you put if you had XL, Vitality, Astralis, out of those 3 teams, who do you think could make a run to the semifinals?
Vitality, Astralis, or what did you just say?
XL. If you
I think it was coming together for XL, but I think Astralis would be the stronger team. I don't know. I feel like XL would be a more consistent team, but Astralis would be more of a stronger team overall. Right? Is that a fair assumption to make? Based off player caliber? Because I think based off player caliber, XL and Astralis were like the same, right? Who else did you say? Vitality?
Yeah.
Because Vitality, I just think they're the weakest team. They're the weakest team by far, dude. It's not even close. Like Labrov, what's his name? Crownshot. Crownshot's good. Labrov, they have an okay bot lane. They have in my opinion, bad mid laner. They have an okay jungler. They have an okay top laner.
You think Selfmade's an okay? You need to get punched.
Based off this split, he's played okay, right? But he's played better than Whipple, right? So that's a upgrade. Like that's a good thing for Vitality, right? So do you really think Fnatic could take down Vitality, like lose to Vitality? Is that what you're saying? There's a good chance Fnatic loses to Vitality.
Yes. As much as I like Fnatic, yes.
To be fair, they almost lost to SK Gaming in spring. If SK Gaming had a little bit more veteran leadership. That was a close series, though. People love to forget that. It was a close series against SK Gaming last split. But wait a minute. That means you'd be like implying that this Vitality roster is better than that SK Gaming team, right?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. Hey, man, did Jez's experiment work out actually?
Clearly. I mean, he's gonna get fired most likely. So.
I mean, they're in playoffs in spirit, right?
Oh yeah, playoffs. I'm not gonna put the playoffs on SK because that'd be.
So
No.
like, dude, I don't know. Like, I see your point though. There are ways to exploit Rogue. They like to play very efficient. They like to play with a lot of
Listen,
thinking going in.
I'm
A
telling you
team
right
like
now.
Misfits, I think could have. I
I'm
think
telling you right
Misfits could throw
now.
them down to a losers bracket.
It's
I'm not saying they
Mad G.
can't.
It's Mad G2 making worlds, and then the last one is anybody.
You don't think? You don't think Fnatic go? Ooh, that's
The last could be Rogue. It could be Vitality. It could be MSF. It could be Fnatic. I just Mad and G2 are the only two teams that I like. I'm saying it right now. Those two teams are making worlds by far. They just have better
by
players
far.
by far.
I'll give you this. Mad, I think, will make worlds. They have issues themselves with like consistency and a lot of their gameplay,
But their
they
team
are a
fighting
good
is always
team
good.
fighting is real. They're good. They're a good, solid team, right? Rogue's thing is that Rogue could be good for a bit of time. Have you ever felt this about Rogue, dude? Rogue are good for a bit of time, and then just all of a sudden, either last minute or right in the middle of something, they just fall off. I don't know. Misfits is the team I'm worried about because, like, when I'm looking at Misfits right now, they had a pretty good regular season by most standards, right? Based off like their spring, right? Is it somehow just going to get magically way better for them now that they're in playoffs? You know, this is their first time in best of fives too. But I could see Misfits play style directly countering Rogues, though. Misfits play faster, and a lot of their players can match the Rogue players, right? Razor can match Inspired. Hira can match Otowamne. Kabe and Vander can match Hansama and Trimby. You know, so it all goes down to the bot lane. Can Vithio be the big difference, you know, to Larson based off the split? Do you think he can or no?
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Larson's been a potato. He's gonna get replaced. I tell you that.
Remember when he was like, mages aren't that good right now? He started playing mages again.
Surprise, surprise, right? Mages aren't good. Yeah.
Shit. Well, I mean, I like our guys. I love G2, but I'm worried about them too. You know, like they haven't looked that good either.
I mean, they won their last 3 games, I think, right?
They did, but if you take the whole split in context, like they've had a lot of issues themselves too. So, but if you just want to talk about Rogue, obviously, so like, yeah, and there's a world where I see Misfits upsetting them, but there's also a world where I see just Rogue 3-0ing them, if that makes sense, right? I think on a good day, I think Misfits can win, but on average, I probably would just take Rogue.
I just want Misfits to make it a world so I get their logo. So,
you know, well, you started in 2017. Did you get the Misfits Worlds icon for 2017?
No, I got the 2018 one. I wish I got more icons in 2018. That's when they didn't. That's that icon where you get their team logo.
Yeah, the gold. It's the gold package and shit. Yeah, dude. I recently started buying the more logos because I really like them. I would usually only buy the one from my team for Cloud9, and like I didn't buy a G2 one until like 2019 Worlds actually. So you know, my mistake though. You know, you live and you learn, right? But I hope they bring back those gold bundles again, dude. Those gold bundles were fire, man. 2018 Worlds has the best emotes. Those was fucking flames.
Yeah, they were. But I just don't see like. I was surprised by, and I'm sure we'll talk about this tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is today for me.
I don't like you actually.
I know. That's why I'm gonna post the CLG thing and tag you and say that you told me to do it.
Good luck getting muted. You could be in an endless void yelling at yourself.
Imagine if they really do block me though.
Playoffs. We can't even win a game. Holy shit. But yeah, like, so to answer your question, yes, I could see Misfits winning, but they do have to face the best team in the league so far. That's also
the reason I said Vitality could, like, Vitality
Fnatic, you're smoking hard crack. Fnatic are gonna eat their asshole.
Vitality been unpredictable, man. Like
unpredictably shit. What?
I don't know. Like the thing is, they have a week for preparation, dude. This is remember the thing.
I forgot. They have a week to prepare for their playoffs. I remember that. LCS is the one where it's just pretty much going right into it.
Unless you got the bye in the first light. That's what I'm saying. Like when you get a week to prepare, it's a different. Like you gotta remember, like these teams typically had to prepare for 3 teams or 2 teams for their respective regions, right? So that's a lot of like analysis, draft breaking down. When you only got to worry about one team and you know what people play and how they pass and where to find them
Yeah,
on
they don't.
like
The playoffs don't start until next week, actually. So there's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, no,
There's
I agree. There's
a lot
with
of prep
enough
time.
with enough good prep time, like with prep time before the split started. Like Misfits were the best team for a good bit of time, actually. So with prep time, is it very possible they beat Rogue? Yes, but seeing as how Rogue pretty much stopped the league, I don't know. I mean, if Misfits do beat Rogue and send down to the losers bracket, that's bad for Fnatic and or whoever wins out of Fnatic versus Vitality, because I think they have to face the person because like no lower seed for the seed. So like I don't know. LEC is so unpredictable, man. Nothing is as set in stone as it used to be, you know? But that's good. That's a good thing. I hate it when it was just like, oh, you knew automatically who was going to win. That shit was boring as hell sometimes. But I love the LEC. I love the LCS. All right. Anything else you want to say, man, before we close out? Oh, yeah. Gotta probably talk about this too. We will have our all-pro teams done when by next week, right? All-pro teams will be done. First, second, and third for the LCS. It's gonna be hard. The split was coin flippy, to say the least. One's gonna have all TSM members in his team. There's all pro team, so it's like, he's gonna have Huni, Speaker, Power of Evil, FBI, and Sword Art as his all pro team. Guarantee he's gonna have that shit.
No,
it's not a bad team. That's not a bad team either, actually.
No, it's okay. No, but that's a hard no, for sure.
I don't believe you, actually.
All I will say about
I'll see you blocked on Twitter by CLG, actually.
I'm so tempted to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. That's like you see someone get hit by a car and you're like, I'm gonna call an ambulance, and then you get your car and you run over them.
You are going to hell. What the fuck?
It's like
New York for you. In New York, do people get by cars and have ambulances called?
Like you're the guy that's like, you got hit by a car. Okay, I'll call ambulance. Then you hear the car start up. I'm like, oh, he's gonna, and then oh no!
Dude, that sounds like a horror movie where like a guy gets hit by a car, then the guy that is supposed to save him runs over his head and blows his head up.
Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
All right, guys. I'll see you back here next week. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. I'm a Nightwing and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. We're out the Sig, man. Peace. All right, guys. Goodbye.